Hi there. Happy Thursday. It's kind of my Friday, so I almost said happy Friday. I'm Dr. Amber Belt, and I am speaking with you live today to talk about a few more tips to help you manage your seasonal allergies. I did a post yesterday that it was a carousel post about, certain lifestyle and supplement choices you can make to help with your seasonal allergies. And then I started thinking about it and I thought of a few more tips. And I definitely don't want to I want to keep people not suffering from their seasonal allergies because it can totally ruin spring. Speaking of spring, I really wanted to do the live today outside, but it is so windy. It's spring in Flagstaff, if you're not from Flagstaff, is really, really windy, and I don't think you would have been able to hear me. I think you would have just heard the sound of the wind. So let's get started with some tips to mow down your allergy symptoms. So for a lot of people and a lot of supplements, the allergy supplements are going to work better if you take them on an empty stomach. So if an allergy supplement has an enzyme in it, like bromelain, which is a really great supplement to use for allergies, that's working in an enzymatic capacity. So enzymes can have anti-inflammatory components when they're taken on an empty stomach. If you take them on a full stomach, you're not going to get that same anti-inflammatory component. You are going to get some good digestion of your food instead. So if that's what you want, great. But if you want allergy relief, it's just going to be better to go on an empty stomach. All right. So the second tip I had was to reduce allergen exposure when you can. There's a couple components to this. Let's see. A lot of us are starting to dig into our gardens, do yard work. At my house, we're doing a lot of pine needle removal. Always fun. When you do those things in your yard for the first time, the combination of dust and pollen and wind can, right up in your face like that, can really, really exacerbate your allergies. So in those situations, wearing some kind of dust mask or protection that filters a little bit of that dirt from getting into your nose and your mouth can be really helpful, or at least make it not quite so horrible. The other thing that is harder to think about for a lot of us, let's see. Oh, I see. I see what I did here. I messed up my notes. So a dust mask is a good idea. It kind of can prevent the allergic tornado that can happen when you start to get into your yard and do that work. All right, next up is keeping your mucus thin. If you are prone to sinus infections, you fully know that allergies can trigger a sinus infection. And a lot of times that's because that mucus gets dry and it gets kind of stuck, and then any bacteria or fungus that's, in that snot and in your sinus cavities can manifest as a sinus infection. In yesterday's post, I mentioned hydration as a way to help allergy symptoms, but sometimes taking a mucolytic, which just means mucus thinning, supplement like N-acetylcysteine can really go a long way towards helping you not get a sinus infection. All right, so the next tip I have for you is to keep your bedroom allergy free. This is a harder one to think about because a lot of people are allergic to their pet's dander. And then they let their pet in their bedroom at night, or they let their pet sleep with them. And that's just going to add to the inflammatory burden on your body and make your allergies worse. So for most people, having a clean room really does help their allergies. And that means not letting your pets in your room ever. So some people are able to do that and some people aren't. But it is a strategy that you can certainly use. It can also mean that you don't bring your outdoor clothes, especially if you've been doing yard work, into the house. You change in the garage, you change somewhere else, and then you shower, all that dirt and pollen off. So you're just avoiding that exposure. Okay, so if you live where it's dry, one thing that I've seen to be extremely effective is investing in a humidifier. Keeping your mucous membranes moist, your sinuses, your throat, and all of that moist it's soothing, right? And then you're less likely to have allergy symptoms, and you're less likely to get a sinus infection if you have a humidifier, at least in your room at night. Okay, and last but not least, there is no shame in managing your allergies how you need to manage your allergies. That was weird. Some people, medication works for them. For some people, a supplement routine works for them. But I just want to say that sometimes if you're doing all the right things to get your inflammatory load under control, there are still things that are going to trigger your allergy, like high winds driven by pollen, high pollen count, pollution. All of those things can kind of come together despite your best efforts to manage your allergies with your lifestyle, that you might need some help. And, some of my patients need allergy medication. Some of them need supplements. Some of them are totally able to manage things with their lifestyle. I will say, though, that if you are going to use a supplement or a medication, those things are going to just work better if your diet, your hydration, your activity level are all dialed in to get you, as a human at a lower state of inflammation. So those are my last few allergy tips for now. And I'm not sure if anyone watching has any questions, but I'll wait just a second and take a sip of the coffee I just walked over to get, and see if anyone has questions. Oh, it's almost gone. That's sad. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put this video up on my Instagram, on my page. And if you want to look at it again, you're welcome to watch it there. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for the afternoon, and I hope you all have a great weekend.